Hello and welcome to the Honest Football Podcast Cup Review Show. If you aren't aware of what's already happened, Dan, where can they find the videos for the previous games that have been played?
Very good way of doing the intro without having to do anything. So myself and Craig played a two-legged tie. The first one is over on my YouTube channel, which is Load FM. And then the second leg, which was played and released earlier yesterday, as this will be coming out, was on our YouTube channel, the Honest Football Podcast. So check them out to see who came out on top. And obviously, you're going to get some spoilers if you haven't.
Excellent. So, to be honest, cutting through all of the rubbish, over the two legs, it was quite a dramatic second leg, a resounding victory for Dan. Craig, I'm going to come to you first. I'm going to get all of the negativity out of the way, where was a lot of, if I'm honest, from the two games I watched. First sort of leg, there was a few questions about your tactical choices, but you come away with a 1-1 draw. What went wrong in the second leg, Craig?
I don't think our players turned up for it. I think Cody had to change his tactics to obviously get one better. I think he upped his tempo.
No, I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about you. What went wrong for you?
Well, we changed the shape. We changed the.
So why? That's what I want to get down to, Craig. The meat and bones of it all. What happened? Why did you change it?
I know.
Two things. One, I didn't trust Declan Rice.
Well, I mean that obviously proved to carry on. Go on. Sorry.
And two, I thought it worked. The second half of the first leg worked better for us, and we thought if we match them up. It might be a different style of play, but his gegenpress is totally different to my vertical tiki-taka. But I thought if we match them shape for shape, I thought it'll work. But obviously, I didn't manage. Aaron Wan-Bissaka getting crosses in for. He had more crosses than Man United did crossing under David Moyes.
All I will say is that in the first leg, he was clearly a threat as well, if I remember correctly. In the first leg, he was marauding down the right-hand side of the pitch.
Yes, he was.
And by the sounds of it, and I know this is only a computer game, but you felt like that wasn't an issue to be addressed then? Is that the polite way of putting it?
To be honest, I completely forgot.
Can I just say, in terms of people who don't know how this works, didn't you only play the two games within a couple of hours of each other? Yes. So it's not as if it was like a week later or something like that.
No.
It was a few hours. But yeah, I thought, honestly, I thought it was a positive result for the first leg. And that was
probably the team on top.
Yes, I thought he'd be more frustrated. If it was a league game, I'll be delighted with a point. As it's not a league game, it's a stupid cup, second leg. But, I obviously didn't change tactically to be more defensive. I probably should have been more counter-attack, even though I'm technically the home side. I should have gone more counter-attacking and hit him on the break.
So coming to you, Dan, for a little bit of a break, to give Craig a little bit of a break. Would you say that your victory was down to good management from you or poor management from Craig, or maybe a combination of both?
It's called football manager experience. This is why he's on. This is why he releases.
Let the man talk, Craig. Let him talk.
This is why he releases daily content on his own YouTube channel.
Yeah, but that's what I'm asking his expert opinion then, for the want of a better phrase.
Do you want to put any further excuses out, Craig, before I carry on? Or...
So no, Dan, I was shit.
Tactical genius. Are you a tactical genius? Is Craig a very poor manager, or is it a combination of both?
Well, a little bit of both, I'd say. I think the key thing is, I mean, there's a couple of bits in Craig tactic I pick out. The first being that he seemed to have this thing from the first half of the first leg that Declan Rice was at fault for everything. And he took him out of the team at 1-0 down, and they conceded 5 goals in the second leg, which you can't really answer for. I think he succumbed to the pressure from you, because you were talking about Ross Barkley. And he'd obviously done that, and we knew.
I was amazed that he didn't play him, but I don't think you played him in the right place, if you want my honest opinion. I think the vertical tick-attacker and... Yeah, I just think you had the better players. But to be fair, Craig, it's not as easy as what it looks.
I think on that tactic, the main problem that Craig had is that in that second half, obviously he put Barkley on for Rice in the first leg. And then he got back into the game 1-1 because of that Ronaldo free kick. But what I think Craig sort of masked over was the fact that he was still outplayed for the rest of the half. And thought, well, it must be the solution because I won the half 1-0. And I think on the road, Mason Greenwood, obviously the change I made coming in up front. Yeah. Freed Messi up in his normal role. He cut inside. The fullback went with him. Wan-Bissaka's there. I mean, it's a simple 1-2 in Sunday League, isn't it?
Were you worried when you found out Eric Dyer only had 75 minutes in him, or were you sort of still fairly confident of your?
No, I mean I'd sort of written him off for the second leg, so just have him on the bench was a bonus, to be honest. Right. And he came on. He shored things up, didn't he? I mean, on one leg he was just running rings around you. I think I said at one point it was delighted.
So Craig, what have you learned from this then? You said obviously that going into future games, and hopefully there will be more of these. What, if you was to play Dan again, what have you learned? Or what have you maybe wouldn't you do again?
Well, one, I'll hopefully get Mason Greenwood in my side because I'll use Mason Greenwood for Man United in my foot manager game, and Mason Greenwood's absolutely superb. And
you did have like Dominic Calvert-Lewin in P. You didn't exactly not have a strike force, so.
I don't rate Dominic Calvert-Lewin.
No, but look at that face. No, but I mean, like in terms of the game, could you have maybe paired him up with Ronaldo a bit closer? And I'm just asking. I don't know. I mean, I didn't play the game, but
obviously going 2-0 down at half time in the in the second leg, I thought we'll have to go for it because I'm 2-3 goals down, and I basically, Charlie, you know me on a Saturday. Sometimes we have to go bullshit, and I tried to go bullshit, and it didn't work.
So I suppose we learned it's obviously all algorithms, and so
it is the algorithm.
You saw the direct influence the manager's tactical decisions had, which sort of proved otherwise.
So what were the main differences? Obviously, you both matched up the formation. So you kept the vertical tick-attacker, Craig, whereas What was your approach, Dan? What was
Well, I had a team that was half teenagers, so I just thought, well, let's go and press him. Let's go and press him high. He's not going to be able to handle it. To be honest, I praised Craig because I thought he was eventually going to revert to his usual long ball tactics, which he's very famous for in all other video games we've played. To be honest,
I was actually getting close to doing that.
Well,
actually, I did do that in the second half, and I thought I'd use Ronaldo's pace and with Calvert-Lewin and Abraham on either side. Hopefully they can get him behind, but the quality from David Silva and from Ross Barkley wasn't there in the second half.
And I mean, the thing is, you went to the long ball and the free up front, and all I did was just drop a little bit, waited for the ball over the top, centre half heads it away, and off we go. And it's suddenly a 3-on-3 every time.
Also, Axel Twanzebe won everything in the bloody second half. So another good United prospect.
Well, you had Harry Maguire, didn't you? And he didn't win a thing.
Harry Maguire is fucking useless in the game. Real life, decent player, but
no, agreed. So obviously,
and Dina Henderson, terrible.
Yeah, I'll give you that. But Charlie, you were about to finish. I'm not letting you get off the hook here because there's one key detail that we haven't discussed, have we? So obviously, Charlie, you've not had any preview to this. You watched them live, as everyone else did. After the first leg, we asked you.
Apologies for the audio.
Yes, apologies for the audio.
Someone did comment that I recorded it in the toilet, which was probably right. Second leg was a bit better actually for audio.
But, Charlie, you said after the first leg, when myself and Craig asked, what will the score be for the second leg? What did you say?
So I predicted Craig 2-0, and I'll tell you why, bearing in mind that obviously I'm not privy to the workings of the game beforehand. He had, on paper, the better players. I thought it eked out a 1-1 draw and would maybe learn that the vertical tick attacker wasn't the way forward. I basically didn't expect him to be an inept, naive manager. And if he'd have learned from his mistakes of the first leg, then I only still would have stood by 2-0 because he had the better squad. He had the much better squad in terms of players.
Which makes my achievement all the more remarkable.
I didn't expect it to be 7 goals out, I've got to be honest.
To be honest, I genuinely thought that I think if we had an extra 10 minutes in that first leg, we would have won the game.
Serious.
But even be that as it may, Craig, you probably still would have then gone with the same approach and you'd have only lost on aggregate with 1 less goal than what you did.
Probably so, but you learn from these lessons, and I can look back on it, and I know next time how to play against him. It's pretty simple. I've watched his go 4-3-3. He doesn't like 4-3-3, and just go from there. But obviously, when I play you, Charlie, I know that you just got sacked from Tranmere on Championship Manager.
I did. And I'm probably on the verge of getting sacked from Brighton as well as it goes. But anyway,
so I know
I've been lumbered with 2 teams with a small budget. I haven't got any money there. But anyway, carry on.
Well, we didn't do any budget. We just literally done an automatic draft.
No, I'm joking. Go on, go.
No. Well, I'm hoping. Well, I actually did enjoy doing this, even getting spanked in the second leg. But I do want a rematch against Cody in another 2-leg game, and I do want to play you.
Well, I can already tell you now, when I'm playing you, I'm going 4-5-1, big centre forward, long ball, and we're going to go from there. I'll eke out a 1-0 win against you. I can see it already.
So Charlie's desperately hoping for Andy Carroll in the draft.
I need someone like that. I need an Andy Carroll or someone. If I've got someone of this like Eden Hazard, that's not really going to work as well. But anyway, we'll go from there. But yeah, so moving on. Obviously, hopefully we can get the next legs on. If not, then I'm sure Dan, there's other people you'd be able to play on that. But more importantly, would you say out of all of the thousands of games you've probably played on Football Manager, Dan, that this is your sweetest victory of any game that you've played?
I don't know about sweetest. I mean, that second leg was definitely one of the easiest. Yeah, it was quite a sweet victory, just because I didn't at the time, but just because you then doubted me afterwards. It's more today. It's more today after it was all recorded that I've enjoyed it, because you said I wasn't going to win the second leg, and I just knew at the time, there's a 5-0 victory coming. So that's where the sweetness is.
I was very surprised you even picked me. I had like the big eye emoji coming, like staring. I'm like, what is he? What are you sure?
No,
I'm glad you're not a betting man, Charlie. I'm glad you're not a betting man.
I'm not upset, Craig. I'm just disappointed in you because I thought you were better than that.
I'm glad you're disappointed in me, because I'm disappointed in me. And
can I just say though, excellent work on commentary. I will say that actually. In fairness to you.
Thank you.
One other thing as well though. Yeah, for Craig, because he's played the carrot of, I've got football manager experience and all that. Craig's got managerial experience in English non-league football as an actual manager of an actual football team where you actually manage players.
Yeah, this is totally different. When you've got a decent coach in the background, they know what they can do.
Don't go there. No way.
No, honestly, it's when you work your players inside out, you know how they want to play. I literally had a bunch of build a squad from scratch.
Yeah, but so did he, Craig. That's the thing.
They didn't suit. If he's had the full manager experience, he knows what they're doing. They didn't fit my system. My system does work.
Right.
Didn't fit the system.
Fair enough. I mean, that just sounds like a load of baloney, but I'll let you get away with it for this time.
But I just making the excuses. I've got Dick 5. Now, what else do you want me to say? Oh, shit.
That would be more accurate.
Very good. So that concludes our episode, unless you boys got anything else to add to the drama and the proceedings of the last two games.
No, I mean, I just wanted to know how wonderful you thought we were, because I think you've undersold my tactical genius a little bit here, Charlie, to be honest, mate.
No, that's the point I'm trying to get is, was it good management from you or poor from Craig? I mean, the putting Lionel Messi into a bit. I think trusting a youngster in Greenwood was a good move. And obviously dropping Messi a bit further. But if I'm honest, if he stopped Wan-Bissaka, I think I'd have stopped a lot of your play, and I'm just amazed that he didn't. So
he didn't bother, did he? That's the problem.
Well, that's the thing. So yeah. But no, a good tactical win. However, like you say, it was a fairly straightforward victory, to put it politely. and that is it from us for our first ever Honest Football Podcast Cup review show, and we will hopefully have a few more of these coming your way soon. Once, as Craig rightly said on a few episodes, once I get a laptop that's not from 1994. But yeah, so hopefully we'll see you soon. Don't forget you can follow us on Twitter at Honest Football Free, and all of the places that Dan mentioned at the beginning of the episode, his Load FM stuff, and we will hopefully see you soon.
Like, share, subscribe, people. Thumbs up.